One of my most popular videos on this channel is the one I did about Tupac's estate. I give a little background into how the estate has been handled and the trustee of the estate, Tom Wiley, former executive at Interscope Records. Now, some believe this was a good move when he was initially chosen as trustee. However, recently, the source reports that a petition has been filed at the Superior Court of the State of California by Tupac's sister, Sekiwa Set Shakur. Now, the report does describe Set as Tupac's only sister, although Tupac does have half-siblings. Now, with Afeni passing away in 2016, I'm assuming Set is one of the remaining surviving beneficiaries of the estate. Now, the report goes on to say that the dispute is over the duties, control, finances, and rights related to the Shakur family's estate, which comprises most of Tupac's music and other cherished assets. Now, some people in my previous video misunderstood the term trustee and took it to mean that Tom Wiley was inheriting Tupac's estate and questioned why the money wasn't going to family members like his sister said. But a trustee is simply an impartial person who makes sure that the money is allocated according to the terms of the will or whatever agreement has been made in court. They are usually given a fee to compensate them for doing the administrative work and for their time and effort. They don't inherit the money, so Tom Wiley did not inherit Tupac's estate. He's simply a trustee, there to make sure the funds are apportioned appropriately. That way, it takes away the risk of anybody giving themselves more funds than they should, and everything is supposed to remain fair. However, a lawsuit was filed on Monday, January the 10th, by Set and the Tupac Omari Shakur Foundation. They have sued the family's estate's executor and trustee, Tom Wiley, for allegedly violating his duties, including failure to provide accountings required under the trust, failure to provide Set and the foundation with an inventory of estate assets, violating the wishes of Afeni Shakur, misappropriating estate assets, converting and withholding personal assets Set claims to belong to her, not under the control of the trustee, and creating a conflict of interest by serving as executor and trustee while also placing himself as the sole manager of Omari Entertainment, the music and entertainment company that operates all of Tupac's music and intellectual property. The reason why a person is chosen as a trustee is that they have no conflict of interest. That way, they can, no pun intended, be trusted to administer the funds appropriately. But what Set is alleging is that Tom does have a conflict of interest and therefore shouldn't be in that position. So upon Tupac's death in 1996, his mother Afeni Shakur was named the beneficiary of the estate. We know there was a lawsuit with Death Row Records to acquire Tupac's music that was being held in the vaults that Suge basically refused to release. Afeni took them to court and won. She fought tirelessly to acquire all his music rights and assets to benefit her family and to preserve Tupac's legacy. And we know there's been some entertainment and production companies who have used Tupac's image for profit. She also had to take them to court too. The petition alleges that Wiley has already received more than $5.5 million that he has paid himself in the last 5 years. It alleges that he has embezzled millions of dollars for his own benefit. It says he has effectively embezzled millions of dollars for his own benefit, well in excess of what would be reasonably necessary to retain a properly qualified third party to perform such services. As a result, Wiley has unreasonably enriched himself at the expense of the beneficiaries and in bad faith by taking excessive compensation in a position from which he should properly be barred based on the inherent conflict of interest. So the documents for the case can be found online, and as you can see, Tom Wiley's role is described as individually and in his capacity as executor and trustee of the Afeni Shakur Davis Separate Property Trust. In the petition, Set alleges that Wiley has refused to give up property that was inherited by their mother Afeni, including Tupac's cars, jewellery, his gold plaques, Tupac's artwork and sculptures, items of Tupac's clothing, shoes and accessories, and furniture taken from his homes. The Tupac Omari Shakur Foundation is reportedly another additional beneficiary of the trust. It is considered a party to the lawsuit due to the community service work it provides, coming from the funds it receives from the trust and estate. So the foundation partly relies on the funds it receives from the estate in order to carry out its community work. Set and the TSAF have assembled an all-star lineup of attorneys, including prominent attorneys L. Londell Macmillan, who represented Prince, Michael Jackson, and progeny of Mobb Deep before their untimely deaths, and represented their families following their deaths, and Donald David, who formerly represented Afeni Shakur in a number of her legal cases, including her lawsuit against Death Row. In a statement to the source, Macmillan stated, "Set and the foundation deserve the care, accountings, property, funds, and trust that Afeni expressly required and bequeathed, as well as the respect Tupac's legacy and family deserves. That's a fact." King, an attorney for the Executor, denies the allegations raised by Set and the TASF. He describes Tom Wiley as a longtime friend and confidant of Tupac and his mother. King states that these legal claims are disappointing and detrimental to all beneficiaries of the trust. "We are confident the court will promptly conclude that Tom has always acted in the best interests of Omari, the trust, and all beneficiaries." So the lawsuit is requesting a minimum of $4 million from Tom Wiley to recompense the estate. They want him to be ordered to provide full accounting in connection with his role as executor of the Shakur estate. A hearing on the petition has been scheduled for March the 21st this year. So I'll be following the story and I'll keep you updated. So what do you think of this story? Are you surprised to hear that the trustee, Tom Wiley, is being taken to court? Is it disappointing to hear that it's turning out this way, since he was considered a good pick? Do you think Tom Wiley was a good pick in the first place, or were you suspicious all along? Or are you going to hold back and wait to see the details that come out in court before you make up your mind? Maybe he was doing his best, and perhaps there was a lack of communication. But I'm glad Set is standing up for what she believes is right. She's looking out for her brother's estate, and if she wants answers, she has every right to pursue them. So we shall see. Everything usually comes out in court. I hope it's a good outcome for Tupac's estate and the beneficiaries, and that all parties receive the answers that they need. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts below. Like and subscribe for weekly videos. And don't forget to click the bell for more.